Whoa, look at that. Holy crap. I don't know how long I'll do this stream. I'll probably do like 15 minutes. But dude, shit is getting like lit up. I used to do these like lightning streams on Instagram and I stopped because I don't do Instagram. I remember, hey, I do lightning streams. Holy. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put something away. I don't have lightning here. No, you don't. Okay. Like, I'm seeing shit get straight up lit up. Man, so much CTG. It's dying down, though, so I probably won't be streaming for more like 10 minutes. Ooh, oh, yes! Oh, there's no power outage. I can't stream on a power outage because my router would be knocked out. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's going away. Non-severe. Ooh, you see that right behind the tree. Yeah, it's fine. If it weren't fine, then I'd be in the basement right now. Wow. I saw this. Whoa! Nice. I think, guys, I heard something rare. I think I heard a super bolt. And it struck, like, all the way over there, like 8 miles, maybe 12 miles in that direction. And it was loud as shit. I mean, like, actual loud. You could feel the power behind this thing. And I have it on video. Like, I don't have it on, like, good quality video, but I have it on my security cameras because I have lightning cams. Oh, actually, I used to use Instagram. Hold on, is this chair wet? Yep, it's wet. I'm not sitting on that. But, I used to stream, like, watching lightning on Instagram, but I don't use it anymore. I'm like, oh, wait, I can stream my lightning, and I don't have to record it and use space on my phone. Man. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of dying down. I see some intracloud mixed in there. Oh, that was Anvil Crawler right there. That one right there was an Anvil Crawler. Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. Again, if this was bad, I would be in my basement right now. Hey, if I'm a meteorological enthusiast, so if I hide, that's how you know it's bad. Oh, that's nice. There's... So what happens when a thunderstorm rolls into a 5,000 cape zone. Oh, it's intracloud up behind. Oh, more intracloud. Oh. Intracloud. Ooh, more intracloud. got smoked. That's good. Well. Ooh, man, 5 people are liking lightning, huh? Intercloud? Hello there. A little bit of intercloud there. Yeah, it's kind of like becoming boring where it's all intercloud. Oh! Oh, man, I missed it. Man, it like sprawled like a web. But wait, Fallout Fantastic. I stream Fallout tomorrow. Dude, I sniped all like the West Everett Estates. Nuts. I've went through a quasi-linear convective system before. Let me tell you, quasi-linear convective system basically just some like rotating thunderstorms all in a giant meshed up ball. Oh my goodness. That is hell. Yeah, I can swivel my camera now. It looks like Fallout 4's Radstorm lightning. Look at, you know how there's like that lightning that kind of pulses between the clouds, intercloud? Yeah. Someday I gotta upload footage of me escaping a tornado warning. Don't do it. The reason I did is I kind of know how they function. I've escaped 2 tornado warnings before on the car. They were both radar indicated, so no actual tornadoes. Ooh, that was cool. I got all your notifications on. Oh, okay. Cool. You sure you want my notification? Oh, look. That looks like Fallout's Rad Lightning. I have a video on my channel where I used special effects to make it look like a rad storm was going on. Damn. I don't know who was over there, but you aren't anymore. Some squirrel. It's like, bam, get nuked. Screw that squirrel in particular. So yeah, guys, while we're watching lightning, I'm gonna do a small announcement. So, I have to do a little bit of homework before I go to college. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit of that tonight. Also tomorrow, I may not be that available. I'm gonna try to do Fallout 4 tomorrow, and on Sunday I'm gonna do Minecraft. On Monday it's gonna be interesting. Monday I have a concert. So oh, that was nice. On Monday, I will only be available essentially from like 12:20 to 2 p.m. After that, I go to Indianapolis, and I will not be coming back until 1 a.m. So Minecraft will not be streamed on Monday. I'm going to try to push it back to, pull it forward to Sunday. Oh, and because I don't have time on Monday, I'm gonna be doing my penny bucks acquisition tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I may not be available for streaming. Let's see. I get up, leave by 8, and then get there at 9. Get done at like 11 and come back at 12. Yeah, I'll be back at the house by 12. Holy shit. The problem is, in the Saturdays, packed as hell on the grind. On the sign roaming. We're outside roaming and there's a siren coming. That's horrifying. Out here, we don't have sirens. Whoa! That was cool. So yeah, Monday we're basically only gonna stream a penny box search, and then that's gonna be it. But if you guys are gonna be wondering what I'm gonna be saying, I'm gonna be seeing Shinedown. I want to stream, but one, I don't know about copyright, and two, about my battery. Yeah. I'm about to say, you live in Oklahoma, right? No, another person I know lives in Oklahoma. There's a coin guy I know who lives in Oklahoma. Georgia. Georgia, nice. Mom was born there. Yeah. These lightning streams will be really cool if I get them. But unfortunately, as summer draws to an end, the amount of lightning oh my goodness. The amount of lightning storms are going to be dwindling. By the way, I want to give you representation. I'm a nerd out here. My house uses 62 kilowatt hours a day. Every time you see a lightning strike, that's 1,400. Every lightning strike, if you took the electricity and powered my house, you could power my house for 28 days. Right? Watch. Right? 28 days of power. 28 days of power. 28 days of power. 28 days. 28 days of power. Right there. That power in that just short amount of time right there. Yeah, right there. That amount of power of lightning you saw right now, that could power my house for an entire year. Each lightning strike can power the average American home roughly for 45 plus days. 1,400 kilowatt hours. That is that's like a smaller wind turbine. 1 hour of work every time lightning strikes. So yeah, man, I got a lot of stream. Honestly, this is a pretty good idea. I like these streams. I could like kind of hang back and chill. I might back in the stream up though, but if lightning comes out over here, I might take a picture or like go stream it. Honestly, I will say before I finish off, I'm gonna try to like I'm gonna bring my camera over here so I can sit. Sorry if it gets a little shaky, guys. Sorry. Honestly, guys, so before I kind of want to like do some talking. Oh, that's beautiful. So anyway, I did not make a video on it. I need to. We're at 500 plus subs. Holy shit! We're halfway. What was that? Did someone else? Did someone else just see like a red dot right there? Not that red dot in the corner, but like right there. Am I tripping? Oh, stop. Anyway, she's a Miss Nanny. Pipe down. Those right there, those red blinking lights, those are wind turbines. There's 100 of them near my house. I can barely see them. Blink. 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 On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. What? Yeah, the YouTube quality is shit. I think that's bad. My cameras render worse. The problem is my cameras are 30 frames per second, and lightning can be really bad on 30 frames. You really want to get to 60. Anyway, as I was saying, my YouTube channel is currently sitting at 526 subs, and somebody got smited. Holy shit. Anyway, thank you guys. You guys are killing it. I know it's corny, but honestly, I'm just the dude that yaps behind the camera that's being placed right now. But, you guys are the guys who really make it go, right? I mean, I'm just streaming to nothing. You guys are the people that come in and watch my streams every once in a while. Lighting out my phone. But, also, if you guys are wondering, I have a new schedule being enacted starting, August 18th of this year. About the hours, as I've said earlier on the post. Anyways, outside shits and giggles, yeah, enjoy the stream. A lot, man, crafts. Thank you, man. But, I'm gonna be having a new schedule. I may stream outside the hours, but just know that I do not operate between 11:20 p.m. Oh my shitting shit. I don't operate between 12:20 or 11:20 p.m. to like 9 a.m. After 9, I've got my breakfast. I'm ready to go. However, I will take a lunch and dinner break and a shower break. Because, newsflash, I'm not a stinky gamer boy. I shower. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be a douche, but I don't get how people go like more than one day. If you miss a day every like 1 or 2 months, that's one thing. But come on, shower at least 6 times a day, dude. No, 6 times a week. Oh, wow, that's Anvil Crawler. Again. Kinda. I think that... No. That lightning probably struck upwards. But, I'm going into my college semester on the 18th. Days effectively Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think I have Thursday off. That is awesome. I have Thursday off. I don't go to school on Thursday. But here's where it's going to be good. I have 3 classes like always. But here's the catch. My first class I have is hydraulics and fluid mechanics. How early are you going to get, like, 9:50 early? How early are you going into it? What do you mean going into it? And as you respond, yep, and someone got murked. Anyway. So I got, I usually have 3 classes per semester, but here's the catch. This semester will be good. Actually, I only had to take 1 class this semester, but I'm taking 2 bonus ones so I can learn some cool shit. The first is hydraulics and fluid power. This will be from August to December. The second one is DC electronics, and that'll be. And the second one is DC electronics. Third one is AC electronics. Here's a good thing. DC electronics will be from August to October. That kind of start at 9 in the morning while another starts at 3. I'll tell you. I'll tell you maybe tomorrow's stream. I apologize. I don't want to be a douche. I don't want to go all the way down my basement and just go get my note. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, don't bust my balls over it. But it's Monday, Wednesday from like 8 to 11:50, and then Tuesdays it's like 1 to 4:50 p.m. So I think that's it. But here's where it gets interesting. My DC class is from August. Holy shit. From August to October. And then my AC class is from October to December. So if you just picked up in my hydraulic fluid class, you didn't forget me, right? No, actually, I remember you. You were from Phantom Forces, were you? Or I remember you. But I don't know why I made that sound. If you just caught on that, instead of where I usually take all 3 at once, I'll be taking 2 at a time. So from August, I'll be taking the hydraulic class in AC, or hydraulics in DC electronics. And October, I will stop DC and start, oh my goodness, AC electronics. I'll start AC electronics and end DC electronics on, what do you call it? October. And then all that while I'm continuing my hydraulics class, and I will end on December 5th. Roughly December 12th. And I might go in for another semester. I might only have 2 semesters of college left. But honestly, another thing I could discuss is my end game for, sorry for the creaking. I have a swinging chair. What am I going to do after college semester? I am going to be a turbine technician. If, if people still give a shit about clean energy, which I don't think they should. But, honestly, here's the thing about clean energy. I'm going in the wind, of course. Yeah. But I do have some good news. I was going to go to a wind farm that was an hour away, so an hour here, hour back. But a new wind farm is going to be built really close to my home, where instead of taking an hour to get there, I will only drive 20 minutes, so I'll save an hour 40. It's next to a town that I usually go swimming at. And it's going to be the biggest wind farm in my entire state. And the 5th most powerful wind farm on the U.S. Like, 5th most powerful onshore wind farm in the U.S. and 16th most powerful onshore in the world. And hopefully I'll be working on some of the biggest wind turbines in the entire United States. Like, biggest onshore wind turbines in the U.S. 163 meters wide. If you're wondering, wow. That cuts off for a while. Any tips? I don't know. Might want to check like a router connection or like cords. Like, holy shit. Oh, yeah. Thank you, honestly. Honestly, here's the thing, is that I live in Illinois, and politics out of it, it's a blue state. Even though we're a blue state, a lot of red states have wind, like Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa. I mean, Iowa is so notorious for wind that they have a wind turbine on the license plate. But Illinois is blue, and we have a lot of wind incentive here. Honestly, a wind farm that I was going to go work at, it's very close to where I go get my pennies. It was erected and finished 8 months ago. So it just started this year. Like a year ago, it literally did not even exist. They just started building it a year ago, and that's finished. Now, here's the con about this new wind farm. It's going to be... the start of it is going to be... quarter 4 of this year, and in quarter 4 of 2026 is when they'll finish the farm. So I may not be able to get my job. And oh my God! Wow! Just as you think it's settling. Wow, that was good. Holy shit! What are you talking about, by the way? I know I'm just talking about like where I'm going in my life. Honestly, I think hopefully I'll be able to stream more. I don't know if I'll stream as much, but I want to try to keep streaming. Will I get a career? Oh my goodness. Will I get a career as a streamer? No. Most likely, no. I will not devote all my resources to becoming a streamer. I have not made a cent on this platform. I mean, I'll try. I could try. That'd be cool. Honestly, it's insane because I'll be working on them when I'm like 20 or 21. And here's a good thing about wind farms, right? To a certain degree. Like, you can't watch a full stream. Again, not to get political about it, but right, you can't outsource wind, right? Like, if you were a manufacturing job, you can move manufacturing to, like, China or India or whatever, right? Not gonna get into politics of that shit. If you are in, like, farming, right, you can also, but, like, the turbine, like, you can't off-source or outsource electricity. So my job is not gonna be outsourceable. So for like again, like what are they gonna do? Uproot the wind turbines and put them in like China or India or Canada or Mexico? No, they're gonna stay right there. Same with wind, or same with coal, solar, yada yada, nuclear, yada yada. So honestly, I might go in the 40-hour work weeks. And I know I probably shouldn't say this, but the company I want to work for is Vestas. Vestas, honestly, unlike a lot of the other Fortune 500s, Vestas seems actually pretty good. Another opportunity is Nordex. Nordex, I don't ever see Nordex wind turbines in Illinois. They're coming. Again, if you're wondering what the wind farm, like wind turbines are, they are the Vestas V163 and the Nordex N163. And there's going to be 187 units. I mean, when I say these are big, these are probably the biggest onshore wind turbines in the United States. Holy. And some of the biggest onshore turbines in the world. Vestas. Wind turbine system. Honestly, so, I like these streams. I like lightning. I can talk because, like, right, I'm not interrupting there's thunder, right? But I'm not interrupting the thunder. It's quieting down. But I know it's kind of weird, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm autistic as shit. I really am. Like, I had a weird exception, like, right? I was obsessed with, like, trash cans and fire hydrants. I'm not joking. Now, I want you to imagine this. You're a little kid, you don't know your world, and all of a sudden, some company just builds this giant-ass white fan in a giant field. Like, you don't know what the hell it is. Like, I'm new to the world. I'm like, what is that? I found out what they were. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And, like, I have really weird nieces, right? Like, not a lot of people are interested in wind turbines. I am. Not a lot of people are interested in, like, wheat pennies and shit. I am. Right? Like, I can literally tell you all about turbines right now, but I'm not going to because I'm going to bore the shit out of you. That was bad voice crack. Like, I have really weird things I like. So, honestly, I tricked myself into wanting to become a coder. You could sit at home and work. I could stream. I could make $120,000. Coders make bank. Okay? Now, for that third person that just joined my chat, I want you to listen up here, and I want you to listen carefully. I want you all to listen carefully. I was an idiot. I chased coding for the money. I tricked myself for 2 years thinking I could become a coder. I lasted 2 months and I quit. Am I saying quit your dreams? No. However, I'm going to say it. Don't trick yourself into thinking you like something that you don't. For example, about wind turbines, right? I like them. I know them. I map them. I build them in Minecraft. So I'm like, you know what? I never went out of my way. Like I sat in my room, right? I was in my living room once. And I was getting a shitty grade in my coding class. And my mom's like, okay, do you think you should switch? I'm like, you know what? I sat there and pondered, right? I have 2 options. I can take a class that my ass is getting kicked in. I can do this. Like for example, I was barely even making it in coding class. Or I could go down another avenue. By the way, third person, thank you for listening to this. A third person, a second avenue, right? Like wind energy, right? I live in Illinois. It's everywhere around here. I live east of the Illinois River. And east of the Illinois is a lot of wind energy. Oh, he's gone. It's okay. But, I go out to go explore wind turbines. I have to admit this. Maybe it's illegal. I went under one. I went under a couple. I didn't touch them. I didn't go into them. I just drove under, took some pictures, and pissed off. Maybe when I shouldn't have, right? Like, look, I went out of my way to go picture wind turbines. That's boring shit. No one ever does that. You know what I didn't do? I didn't go on my way to make coding. Like, I've done block coding on Scratch.com, but I can't code worth a shit. If you point a gun at my head and you told me code in Java, well, you know what I'd say? I'm like, you know what? You better pull the trigger because I can't code with a damn. I couldn't code to save my life. So I made that decision. I dropped the class, got a refund. I started going in the wind. Like, I started going for wind certificate. I was getting like a C and a D, right, in this class. And in the next semester, I start taking, let me see, Maintenance 101, which is like electronics and shit. I'm sorry if I'm yapping. I take basic sustainability, like house sustainability, and battery technology. And I grind. I get an A, an A, and an A. Actually, probably roughly maybe all B's. I don't know. The second time around, I take wind energy introduction. Actually, no. Yeah, no. I did get all A's on that semester. The second semester, my last semester, I went in the wind. I took basic to wind, PLC programming, and what was it? PLC programming, intro to wind, and mechanics 101. So like gear drives, you know the gist. Literally forget about it. Now, that semester, oh wow. That semester, I got AAAs. I got put on the dean's list twice in a row. Now, I want you to think about this, right? I went from getting C's. Indeed, by the way, technically, I failed my math class by 0.1%. I know it's off topic. But in my defense, for that math class, the dean's list is basically when you perform very good. Like, you get all A's. Now, my math class, I failed it by 0.1%, but the teacher passed me. In my defense, I did my best. I stayed, like, until it was dark at my college. I tutored for at least 3 hours after every class, and I took paper notes. I was actually in the grind. I made, like, a little sheet to practice with, and I still almost flunked the class. Now, I'm not going to name the professor, but they were a little bit eh. I'm not trying to be a douche. They could have been better. I will not name them, but that's what it comes down to. But I want you to imagine, right? I was doing okay, and then I go into a class I want to do, and I get AAA on my first semester and AAA on my second. Now, if you follow a trend, you'll know, hey, I'm getting all A's in these classes. This is what I love, right? Now, I'd always go into math. I'd always kind of go into coding like, yay, coding. But I would always show up to like PLC class or maintenance class or intro to wind with enthusiasm. And I'm going to tell you this, and I want you to remember this until you graduate college. Because this is $1,000 knowledge. If you go into a class enthusiastically and I want to do this. Keep going. You found it. If you have to drag yourself into class, that might be an issue. Now, here's the problem, right? I like meteorology. If I go into meteorology, I have to do English. I hate English. But, like, if you start enjoying your classes, that was cool. That's a good idea. Could I become a doctor and make $200,000 a year? Yeah. But I would bet your ass I'd kill somebody on the operating table because I can't doctor. Right? Could I be an underwater diver? Yes. But I want to stay home with my family and I don't want to go underwater. I mean, I'd scuba dive, but like not in an oil rig. Hell no. Other people, you can do that, but that's just not me. And that's totally okay. But another thing I can give you that's $1,000 knowledge is figure out what you're going to do and do it fast because college is expensive. My sister is in 6 figures of debt because of college. If she goes back on her degree, she's screwed. Man, I'm spitting out some wise knowledge. But I actually want to become a meteorologist, but I might become a wind turbine tech because, again, like for example, wind farms are everywhere in the state, right? They're building new ones every day. Like they're building a new one really close to where I'm at. Do one thing to kind of, right? Now, there are jobs that don't pay much money, right? Now, listen. I would rather when I get into the turbine industry, I'm probably going to be making like 64,000, 60 to 70,000, which is pretty average pay. Maybe a little bit higher. Holy shit. But I'd rather make $60,000 and be happy at my wind farm than make $200,000 dreading to be a doctor. Am I saying doctors are bad? No. All I'm saying is that I can't be one. Not because I don't believe or some corny shit like that. It's because I'm not interested in the medical field. And that's okay. Like, I want to do wind turbines. 64 for newcomers potential, or I could be wrong. 64 is not bad. It could be more. Hey, that 64, you know how much I'm getting paid now? I'm so rich, I'm getting paid $11,050. That's not right. The reason is I don't work 40-hour work weeks. I'm not full-time, and I don't have bills to pay. Yes. My jackass neighbor. No, I'm not rich. I'm broke like everybody else. My jackass neighbor. I'm not gonna name my neighbor, but he almost burnt my goddamn house down. Stupid ass. Anyway, crazy guy. I tell you. I have a crazy neighbor. I gotta keep my voice down because, like, in the countryside, in the country, like, even, like, if I'm talking, like, at this voice right now, and you're, like, you shut up, you can actually hear somebody from, like, 600 foot away. Like, I can kind of hear him right now. If he pisses me off, I'll shine a laser into his house and bother him. I'm not gonna do that. That's a joke. God damn, I do not want to ignite a family feud. That shit sucks. But honestly, find a college degree that will make you happy and go into it. That's what I can say. So if I'm quieting up, maybe that's better for you guys. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna. I mean, I want to kind of like tell you guys who I'm working. Remember, I'm. Again, I just. The only reason I'm a little bit nervous is because. So, do you think wind turbines could be good for you, for your resume, because you want to pursue meteorology, or do you want to? Honestly, here's a good idea, right? I want to work on wind turbines. However, the only problem is that mechanical work like that will kind of wear at your body, like being a mechanic or maintenance, whatever, any maintenance, it's going to wear your body down. So I have an idea. When I do get worn down and I maybe get older, go into meteorology. I might actually get the meteorology degree early. So that way, if I ever go like storm chasing, I can, if I ever go storm chasing, I know what I'm doing. The only problem is I'm a little bit nervous that I will get into storm chasing, and I don't want to do it like 50, 80 years old. I'm going 2 miles an hour in a tornado warning, and it's observed. Yeah, when you're going like 5 mile an hour and a tornado's going for you, you're not winning, bucko. No offense. But yeah, like for example, an NWS job, a lot of them, they basically sit down at their computers and scan the atmosphere. I'm oversimplifying it, but that's what they do. Or there's people on the ground that will chase. Now, when I get tired of wind turbines, and I get older, and my body starts to wear down, could go to meteorology where I don't have to do as much physical work anymore. Oh, that was pretty. And if I get meteorology, tornadoes are fast. It's just basically impossible to see how fast they are. Yeah, it is. Unless you have the only way you see how fast they are is to analyze them, but that takes time. That could cost you your life. But again, that's a good idea. Work on wind turbines. Wait until I start to, if my body starts to wear out on me, and go into an industry that will not wear me out as fast. And I don't want to be like doomer, right? And maybe when I'm by like the age where I'm like 60, maybe 65, retire before I cognitively decline into a state of where I can't support myself. But hey, I'm 20. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pack it up. I go to bed at like 11:20. I stop at 11:20 and it's 11:09 right now. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stream. If I do my wind turbine job, it might only be on weekends. Even if like 10-hour days, that would be okay. Like let's say I wake up at 8, I go there and I get my breakfast at 8 and I go there and I arrive at 9. Then I work there until 7. I come home at 8. 7:30, get showered at 8. What will I do for lunch? Yeah. NWS jobs pay pretty good. Shit, no. I was gonna job shadow at the NWS down in Lincoln. That sucks. I was gonna do it this summer, but today is my last. Actually, technically Sunday is. I have 2 days of summer. No time to job shadow at all. But in terms of moving, I'm probably gonna either build a house on my property. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna build a house at all. I'm saying that because my neighbor can hear me. If he learns that I'm building a house, he will get into a feud with me. I'm not trying to be creepy, but he's kind of an asshole. He will get pissed if he knows we're building a house. So we're trying to keep it secret. That way he can't stop us. Anyway, I'm gonna probably build a house on my property. But I'm gonna live on my property. Because my property is paid off. We get free water as well. We don't pay a water bill because we have ponds. We have up to 4 million gallons of water at our disposal right now. Or something? No, if I lived in Chicago, you'd hear gunshots every once in a while. Does this look like Chicago? No. This is the wild south of Illinois. I live in Central. Almost smack dab in the center of Illinois, actually. Yeah, I don't live in Chicago. I don't like Chicago. The people there are okay, but it's like it's just kind of, no offense, disheveled. There's so much pollution. Hopefully, even if I have my turbine job, I will be able to stream more. I don't know if I'll be able to stream a ton, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna be making that dough. But it's new game. I'm not streaming any new games currently, but we do have a possibility of streaming Borderlands 4, releasing September 12th. Wow. Look at the radar. Oh no. My job right now, I might stop being a dishwasher in 2027, but it's like, I want to see if I can get a better job. I like my job. Night. I love my job, but I want more money. You know, guys, I'm gonna pack it up. I gotta go to bed. I have to wake up at 7 tomorrow, and it's 11:14 right now. So, I might probably have to do some homework on, my college before I go there. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I don't know how much I want to do. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. And I hope you enjoy. That was a nice lightning stream. Wish I was streaming earlier. Crazy shit. See you guys. Have a nice one.